light of day, but we also believe in the darkness of the other side, and that we as living beings, we're always still connected with the other side. We're born to this side. When we pass, we're born to the other side. The other common thing was that we're people of corn. As people of this region, we are people of corn, and there are a lot of corn concepts. And one of the lines that I remember from Tata is that our skin is corn. And in Ashui, when a person passes away, they are covered with cornmeal, and then they're planted into the ground, and so they can regenerate. So basically, that's the concept of being reborn. So in closing, I just want to say that in our journeys, yes, we get products, but we must remember the journey. The journey is about healing. This piece of work that you see out there is about my personal healing. When I started working on these images, I had lost a child, and that was one of the hardest things to survive. One of the pieces is basically black and white. It's about the ancestor Kachinas, and it's about Barbie. Not that Barbie is the center feature, but in 2011, I was struggling to maintain my focus, but that particular piece got me back into painting, and since then, the other works were produced. And so I just want to mention that the process of producing that work was just as important as finishing the final product. And so on the note of why we're here, enjoy the journey, enjoy the companionship, and make time to sit back and reflect on each day. Ela kwa.
Thank you, Ed, for that. So there are so many luminaries in this room, and among them is Tawara Tahuri, and she is going to be performing. And I'm going to ask the Ancestral Guard if a couple of you boys can move this chair. I don't think you want the chair here, right? Okay. So if you can move the chair off, maybe Robson, and thanks, boys. And Tawara is the newest member of the Board of Directors of the 7th Generation Fund, and she will do her own introductions from now.
Aotearoa, New Zealand, we have a two-phrase greeting, kia and ora. Kia means towards and ora means life. So when someone says kia ora to you, they are simply bidding you to be of good health, and today we're going to use it as hello. So let's try that word of welcome, first me and then everybody else. Kia ora! Kia ora. What you have just witnessed, the first call was a karanga. The karanga is the voice that you hear, the first voice that you hear on the marae, or the home base of the Maori people. The karanga opens the earth and it allows the guests to come in peacefully and to know why they're coming in. We did pōhiri, and even though we the tangata whenua, or the Indigenous people of this land, the haka pōhiri is usually used to welcome people. However, today we have just used it as a welcoming into our kaupapa, or our subject. So, one thing that I'd like to highlight today is this poi here. Called a poi, and I'm just going to put this on the ground because it keeps cutting out anyway. So, this is called a poi. We're going to highlight both the short and the long pois. Can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you. So, in the Maori culture, the men traditionally use the poi to strengthen the wrists and to prepare themselves to use much more harder weaponry, or much more difficult weaponry, such as the patu and the taiaha. However, today we simply use the poi because it looks pretty. So we use the poi for presentation purposes, and today I would like to show everybody one poi that was composed by my tutor, Teina Moitara, for my kapahaka group, or my dancing group, called Tū Te Manawa Mauria. This poi was performed at Matatini just gone, and this poi is about the pollution of our waterways, or our river, our native river, Te Arai Te Uru. The poi talks about three different taniwha who are guardians and protectors of the waterways in New Zealand. One particular taniwha is called Pipi Taiari. Now, Pipi Taiari she can be described as a shark, beautiful and graceful to watch in the waters, however, don't mess with her. I'd like to share this poi with you all because of the message that it holds in keeping our waterways clean, and also being protectors of our environment. There is one key phrase in this poi. It is ko au te awa, ko te awa ko au, which simply means I am the river and the river is me. A key word in the end of this poi. It speaks from the river, or the water and environment's perspective, and it says, tukuna atu au kia rere. And it also says, sorry, I'm just trying to think of it. So it says, tukuna atu au kia rere, which means, unbind me from these chains and let me be free. So that is the message of this poi. And I'm just going to signal to our sound man soon. We're ready and go. The first one.
And we're not even halfway through our time together. So we'll have a brief break, and now is the time for our conference sessions that we'll be running 8 this afternoon. So in your program, there's a map. There's some sessions, so when you come out of this, it's to your left. There's also rooms upstairs. There is also some outdoor area, so you may want to take your coffee out there and whatever else. And sessions will start at 3:30. Thank you.